¿Qué onda, mis amigos? We're back and it's Friday again, and today we're gonna talk about something that hurts just a little bit. So if you've been keeping up, you know that we've been talking about a relationship with God. What is a relationship without trust? Nothing. So we talked about trusting God with your life, your plans, trusting God with your emotions, and today we're gonna talk about dinero. I feel like this is a touchy subject because a lot of people just don't see the reason why we should give, and a lot of people don't because, you know what, guys, let's face it, we love money. So I want to base this off of personal experiences and also off of stories from the Bible, because the Bible is lit. Okay, that's the most important thing ever. So when I first started working, I just knew it was just an expectation. There was no, if you desire, if it comes from your heart, you're gonna do it. It was just, my parents didn't say you're gonna give your tithe. No, I just knew, my little mind just knew, like, I started working and I had to give my tithe. And to be honest with you, it was sad at first, because I'm like, I'm working, like, I'm out here really sweating and working, and this is money I'm earning, and I'm just gonna give it away, you know, like, it hurt my little heart, and it became a habit. So I would just give the money because I'd be like, I have to, God says I have to. And to be honest with you, that got me nowhere. God blesses you when you give, but when you give with a joyful and cheerful and grateful heart, not just because you feel forced to. And it's so funny because I only work 20 hours a week, right? And I'm in college, and if you didn't know, I'm paying for college all out of pocket. Tuition, room and board, everything, gas, food, everything out of pocket. And I don't work any more or less than 20 hours. It's like a set 20 hours. And I'm like, God, you really working. You are really working. Once you truly give with a cheerful heart, and once you're like, you know what, God, like, this is yours. Like, the first thing I do when I get my check is go take out my tithe or write a check for my tithe, because I'm like, whatever I receive, I don't want to spend anything first. I want to give it to you, God. And when you start doing that, God really starts working. And people think that when they give money, they're gonna get money back. And you see, God doesn't work that way, at least not in my life. He's not like, here's all this money, like, woo, let me multiply your bank account. No, he just lets my money last, and it will last forever. Like $200 I have, it will last me, it will go a long way. And before, when I would forgive to give my tithe, or whenever I would just give it because I had to, you know, it wouldn't be that way. I would be like, dang, I'm really missing out on those $20-$30 that I'm giving, like, you know. But once you start, don't even worry about that, you know, don't even worry about it. God has got your back. He's gonna bless you, and he's gonna keep you on through. And let me just tell you some stories that just happened this weekend. The Lord is faithful, and he will always provide. And this past weekend, like, I went back to church, and this sister, she was like, I'm so glad to see you, like, I miss you, we all miss you. And like, she hugged me. You know when like people like slide money through your hand, so it's like all crumbled, and like she just like put it in my hand, and I was like, so like, oh, like, God, you're so good. And she's so sweet. She was like, here you go for a Coke or two. So I thought she was giving me $1, and I was like, oh my God, God, like, you're so sweet. Like, it's so true. I can use this for $1 taco. I can use this for a soda. Like, this is so sweet of her. And like, I just like put it in my bag because I didn't care. It was just what came from her heart, and I didn't care to see it. I was just so thankful. And then it ended up being like a $10 bill, and I was like, that's not just for a soda, dude, that's for a whole meal, you know. Like, God really does provide. And also I received this, oh, I'm gonna cry. I also got this backpack that like many people just chipped in for, and I was just so thankful. Like, it's little things like that. Like, God puts people in in your life to bless you, and whenever you're faithful to him, he's faithful back to you. And he doesn't promise you riches, no, but he's always gonna provide for you. And that's just how he's worked in my life and how he's worked with my finances, because I try to give him what he deserves and what he tells us to give him. And I think it's very fair for you to realize that if God tells you to give, yes, but if you don't give from the bottom of your heart, he's not gonna appreciate it. And it's clear in the Bible from the beginning of time. If you know the brothers Cain and Abel, I'm gonna read to you. We're gonna go, I have my notes, hold on. We're gonna go to Genesis 4, and we're gonna read verse 2 through 5. It says, "Now Abel was the keeper of the sheep, and Cain a worker of the ground. In the course of time, Cain brought to the Lord an offering of the fruit of the ground, and Abel also brought the firstborn of his flock and their fat portions. And the Lord had regard for Abel and his offering, but for Cain and his offering he had no regard. So Cain was very angry, and his face fell." So you see these two brothers, and it clearly says, Cain, in the course of time, brought the Lord an offering from the fruit of the ground. He just said, okay, I've been making, fruit has been coming, I have enough for me, so now in my abundance, I'm gonna take it to the Lord and offer it to him. And on the other hand, you have Abel, who was the keeper of the sheep, and he offered his firstborn, the most juiciest of the flock, the one that was like the best. You would think that Abel was like, let me keep this for myself, it's probably gonna be a good meal, it's the first thing that I've grown, or I don't know how you would say that because he's an animal, but you would think Abel would keep it to himself, but he was like, let me take this because this is the first best thing that I have right now, and let me take it to the Lord. And God loved that because it came from the bottom of Abel's heart. And he said Abel gave his best out of everything, while Cain just gave what was left in abundance. And so God looks at that. And we're gonna see another story, and it's the widow's offering, and it's gonna be in Mark 12:41 through 44. So this is talking about Jesus. "And he sat down opposite the treasury and watched the people putting money into the offering box. Many rich people put in large sums, and a poor widow came and put in 2 small copper coins, which makes a penny. And he called his disciples to him and said to them, 'Truly I say to you, this poor widow has put in more than all those who are contributing to the offering box. For they all contributed out of their abundance, but she out of her poverty has put in everything she had, all she had to live on.'" So it does not matter how much you put in, but do it with a willful heart, and give God what he deserves. And honestly, if we're being fair, he's the most holy, most powerful, most wonderful person of all, and he deserves the best. He doesn't deserve what's left or what I didn't use. He doesn't deserve the, oh, you know what, I'm gonna make it this month, so I'm gonna tithe this month. No, he deserves the first thing, because y'all need to give him faith. Like, we believe and we serve a faithful, powerful, almighty God. He will provide for you. He will give you everything you need, but we must not be so selfish. We just want everything for ourselves. Just to reiterate that, it's just the Bible talks a lot about giving, and I just want you guys to understand that too. It's not just something that we as a church give us money. No, it's like the Bible, it's something we must do. And so we're gonna read 2 Corinthians 8:6 through 7. Sorry, it's 2 Corinthians 9:6 through 7. It says, "The point is this: whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly. Whoever sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. Each one must give as he has decided in his heart, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver." When you are ready to give, make sure that you're doing it with all your heart. Don't do it so people can see that you're giving. Don't do it because you have to. Do it because you want to. And we're gonna read God's promise to us, and it's Proverbs 3:9-7. Honor the Lord with your wealth and with first fruits of all your produce. Then your barns will be filled with plenty, and your vats will be bursting with wine. That's his promise to us. Do your barns. Your house will be filled with plenty, and your vats will be bursting with wine, and your plates will be bursting with food. God's always gonna provide if you, it says right here, honor him with your wealth and with the first fruits of all that you produce. And it's so powerful, guys. Like, you need to trust him with your money. Like, that's it. Like, your spouse, when you're married with them, you share you share your finances and you trust them with money. Maybe not, I don't know, yikes, because some people like to spend it, but God, he is a miracle worker and he won't let you down. Just give cheerfully and give with all your heart and give him the best of the best. And he is great, let me tell you. Like, I don't know how I'm here. I don't know how I'm in school. Like school is not cheap, and I'm not receiving any financial aid. Like, legit, guys, I'm paying everything out of pocket. And I'm not saying that to, you know, to like boast and like, no, I'm just giving you an example. Like, God is really, I'm not rich, but you know who is? My God. And he's provided. Like you've seen, I've told you the examples in the beginning, and just trust in him, give cheerfully, and he's gonna come in clutch. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to share that with you because I feel like that's a touchy subject, very touchy. We don't like people coming at us telling us what to do with our money, but you know what, everything we have, everything we own does not belong to us. It is all because of God's will, and he's let us come to this point in our lives where we have our assets, we have our money, we have, you know, what we need. So I just think it's fair that we give back to him, and we give back to him what he deserves, and that is the best of the best from the bottom of our heart. Thank you guys for tuning in one more time. This was my Faith Friday video, and yeah, the noise is probably gonna be really bad. I'm so sorry, but it's okay. I will see you guys on Tuesday's video. Bye.